If you only saw the truck rolling down pit road, you would think a piece of the American flag had grown wheels. That is exactly what Cletus McFarland wants, and this weekend at Michigan, his big red, white, and blue Chevy with a giant bald eagle on the door is just the start of the story. Cletus is going back to the Nascar Craftsman Truck Series for the first time since his rough debut at Daytona, and he is not coming alone. His close friend Squirrel McNut is jumping into the ARCA race on the same Michigan weekend, so fans of the whole Cletus crew get a double dose of action. Let's start with the truck itself. Cletus, whose real name is Garrett Mitchell, is driving the number 4 Chevrolet Silverado for Nice Motorsports. The truck is sponsored by Comprehensive Logistics and Circle B Diecasts. But the thing everyone keeps talking about is that huge bald eagle painted on the side. It is red, white, blue, loud, simple, and just feels like Cletus. This is a guy who built his whole audience on freedom-themed events, homemade racing culture, and his famous Freedom Factory track. A bald eagle truck at Michigan just fits him perfectly. Now, a paint scheme does not win a race by itself, but in NASCAR, a bold look can create a moment before the green flag even drops. This one already has. It gives fans something to talk about. It makes the truck easy to spot, and it turns Cletus's return into something that feels like a real event. But the paint is only part of the story. The real challenge here is Michigan International Speedway itself. This is a 2-mile oval, and it is the biggest non-superspeedway track Cletus has ever raced on. Michigan is not Daytona. It is not Talladega. There is still drafting, speed, and momentum, but the corners are different. You cannot just sit in a pack and survive. You have to actually drive the truck, manage the air, lift in the right spots, protect your corner entry, and feel how the truck reacts when another driver takes air off your nose or your right rear. That has been the hardest part for Cletus all year. He is not short on confidence. He is definitely not short on seat time in fast machines. But NASCAR National Series racing is its own monster. The trucks react differently than what he is used to. Dirty air matters. Pit road matters. Restarts matter. And when mistakes happen, they pile up fast. He learned that the hard way back in February. His big Daytona truck debut with Nice Motorsports barely got going. On lap 6, he lost control coming off turn 4 and crashed out. He finished 37th. A painful reminder that Daytona looks easy from the couch, but 3 wide in dirty air with veteran drivers all around you, one small overcorrection ends your day. After that, Cletus jumped into the NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series at Rockingham with Richard Childress Racing. That was another tough one. He finished 32nd, 6 laps down, but he completed the race. Not glamorous, but for a driver trying to earn approval at bigger tracks, finishing laps matters. Then came the moment that changed everything. Talladega in ARCA. Cletus finished 2nd, led 19 laps, and came incredibly close to winning. That race made people look at him differently. He had real speed. He understood the draft better than most expected. He put himself in position to steal the whole thing. That near win is why every new Cletus start now feels a little bigger. Fans are not just watching to see if he survives anymore. They are watching to see if he can keep climbing. His full ARCA year so far tells the story. He ran 11th at Daytona in ARCA, 20th at Kansas, 2nd at Talladega, and 4th at Rockingham in the ARCA Menards Series East. So in ARCA, there have been real flashes. In the bigger NASCAR National Series, the days have been rougher. That is exactly why Michigan matters so much. This weekend is a measuring stick. He is bringing everything he learned from Daytona chaos, Rockingham lessons, Talladega heartbreak, and Nashville mistakes into a fast intermediate oval where it all has to come together. And he will not be doing it alone. Nice Motorsports is also putting Ross Chastain and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. in trucks this weekend. That is huge. Ross Chastain has raced just about everything on wheels. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. knows pack-style high-speed racing as well as anyone in the garage. Having veterans like that inside the same team can be the difference between feeling lost and actually being competitive. Where to lift, how the truck reacts behind another truck, when to commit to a lane, what happens when the air changes mid-corner. Those small details add up fast for a new driver. Now here is the other big piece of this weekend. Squirrel McNut is jumping into the ARCA race too. His real name is George Siciliano, and he is a close friend and frequent partner of Cletus. He will drive the number 0 Ford for Rhett Jones Racing, using Wayne Peterson Motorsports owner points. This is the next stop in his part-time ARCA schedule, and once again, he will be on track as a teammate to Cletus. That is what makes this weekend feel different. It is not just Cletus showing up with a patriotic truck. The whole Cletus racing world is pushing deeper into NASCAR. For longtime fans of his channel, seeing both guys racing on the same Michigan weekend is the kind of crossover that keeps pulling new eyes into the sport. Squirrel's path has been pretty cool too. He started his ARCA schedule with encouragement from the late Greg Biffle, who was close to both him and Cletus. He made his ARCA East debut at Hickory, qualified 9th, and finished 13th, 7 laps down. Then he ran Rockingham to get approved for Kansas and finished 9th, 3 laps down. At Kansas, he started 24th after qualifying was canceled and finished 12th, 2 laps down. That got him approved for Talladega. But Talladega did not go his way at all. He got caught in the big one with 7 laps to go and finished 29th. That is just superspeedway racing sometimes. Michigan will be a totally different test for Squirrel. Yes, it is a 2-mile oval, but it will not race like Talladega. There is still high speed, but drivers have to lift more, handle dirty air, and manage corner speed in a way that is way less forgiving than a pure drafting race. With nearly 30 cars expected in the field, both Squirrel and Cletus are going to draw a lot of attention. Cletus actually has double duty this weekend. He is running the ARCA Menard Series race on Friday and then the truck race on Saturday. That is a lot of work, but it could really help him. More laps at Michigan before the truck race means more rhythm, more feel, and more understanding of what the track is doing. Let's be honest about his season. It has been a mix of exciting progress and very visible mistakes. Daytona ended almost right away. Rockingham was about survival. Talladega showed he could nearly win an ARCA race. Nashville showed he still has a lot to learn after spins, penalties, and a 35th place finish. But that does not mean the experiment is failing. It just means he is going through the painful learning part in public, with cameras rolling and live streams running. Every spin feels bigger, every penalty becomes a clip, but every improvement is easy to see too. Michigan could be one of those weekends where we really learn where he stands. If he keeps the truck clean, runs solid laps, manages pit road, and finishes the race, that is progress. Nobody expects him to suddenly dominate. He just needs laps, confidence, and a clean day. And with that bald eagle on the door, he is going to be impossible to miss while trying to get it. So the question now is simple. Does Michigan turn into another tough lesson, or does it finally become the weekend Cletus puts together the clean National Series run he has been chasing?